Hi everybody, welcome to Flame's Pyro Art Tutorials for Beginners. Today I'm just doing a very brief video on preparing your wood before you start your wood burning. And this is quite a crucial part of the process, as if you want to create really nice artwork and your pens to glide nice and smoothly on your wood. And if we look at this piece of wood, I've sanded, this is an unsanded side, and I will zoom it in. You'll be able to see all the little pit lines and everything in this birch ply. There's loads of little scars and divots, and basically it's really rough, this side of the wood. It's not been sanded at all, so you wouldn't want to be creating your artwork onto that. But what I have done, well, my wife isn't here, otherwise she will be mad, is began sanding the other side of the wood, which is now up here, is getting nice and smooth. So you go through this various stages of grit of sandpaper, and basically what you want to do is get the wood as smooth as you possibly can, without any divots, any little dints, any scars in the wood, because when you come to do your wood burning, those little divots and scars will create blobs of heat, and you won't be able to get the detail that you're looking to achieve unless you sand your wood well before you do your image transferring to the wood. Like I said, my wife won't be happy with me sanding this in the house, but I've sanded most of it into the bin. Just keep going over it. I mean, this sandpaper I've got now is 3000 grit, so it's very, very fine. It's almost like a wet and dry sandpaper. I've took it through the various stages, from a coarser grade sandpaper, which you can see there is 120 grade, which is quite abrasive. So I've taken it down from that. Then next, I've used a 220 grit sandpaper to sand over the wood. It is easier, and normally I do this outside on either my orbital sander or my mouse sander or my other electric sander, because it's much faster. But wood preparation is key. Let's just brush that off into the bin. I do have a brush. Let's brush it all down. Okay, then we'll go back to the super fine grit sandpaper, and what we want to do is get this wood as smooth as possible. We don't want any pop marks, any divots. We want a nice flat smooth surface. So if you're doing it by hand, It can take you anywhere from what, half an hour to an hour maybe to sand the wood to the required smoothness. Just keep going over every area. Like I said, this is a super fine grade now. This is in the UK, the main stockist of wood we get to do our pyrography on is birch ply. That is our most common wood that is readily available to create our pyrography on. So this is a piece, like I said, of birch ply. They are very cheap. You can get them on eBay or Amazon. You can get a pack of 10 A4 for less than £10. And with a little bit of love and care and elbow grease, or if you're lucky enough to have electrical power tools that you can make this process quicker, use your power tools on it. But if not, then just use elbow grease. Because when we're using our pyrography pens, we want them to glide over the wood as smoothly as possible. And so if we don't sand the wood, our pens are gonna snag. We're gonna get horrible heat transfers into the little dints. And basically, you're not gonna be able to get as much detail into the piece of wood that you're looking for. So this is a very crucial first stage of any pyrography project, is sanding down the wood. Let's just dust that off now. And it still needs more work. As you can see over here on this side of the wood, there is still scarring and indentations that we don't want. When we transfer our image, we want a nice smooth board. I just thought I would do this quick lesson today to show newcomers to pyrography that it isn't a case of you buy your pack of birch ply or whatever other wood you're using, sycamore, whatever, and you just start wood burning on it. Before you do that, there are several processes you have to do, and one of them, the key one, is prepping the board. I'm sorry about the noise while I'm talking, but let's keep sanding at this piece of wood. I'll have to get the hoover out afterwards so I don't get shouted at, because like I said, I usually do this outside. You see here still there's a scar. Always when you buy birch ply, it'll always say like premier quality or whatever, premium quality. So you think, oh, that'll be, you know, really smooth and beautiful wood. You get the pack and it is so pitted and scarred that you think, well, that isn't what I paid for, and you know, that's not quality wood. Well, you have to put some elbow grease in. You have to, like any craft or art, you have to prepare your surface first. You'll feel by running your hand over it as well. I mean, I can feel here in the middle there, it's lovely and smooth. And see, there's maybe bits of dust gathering on the hand because this is the really fine sandpaper, which we may need to step back up to the 220. Let's just flatten that out. There's a scarring here, but keep sanding it. Okay, let's have a look at that again, brush that off into the bin. Or the piece of kitchen towel or whatever, wipe it down. Get all that sandpaper off, get all the dust off. Then back to this really fine, almost like wet and dry sandpaper. I mean, now when we're very near there to a surface that we could transfer the next image onto. Before I do start the next project that we'll look at, I will get it outside on my electric planers and get this wood ultra smooth. But I just wanted to do a little very brief video today demonstrating wood preparation before we start our pyrography artwork. And the key to success is having the piece of wood as smooth as possible before you transfer your image onto the wood. Okay, so I hope that helps. Like I said, you can buy orbital sanders or mouse sanders really cheap, again on eBay or Amazon. They're not expensive. They usually come with a supply of different grade of sandpaper. The lower the number, like 120 grit, is coarser. The higher the number, 220, is less coarse. And then when you get to your super fine sandpapers, you can go even finer than this, which is 3000 grade. There's barely any sandpaper there. That's to get the really glass finish at the end. Okay, so before you start your wood burning projects, please think about your wood, prepare it properly, and it will make all the difference, I promise you, on your wood burning. You'll be able to get far more detail, far more control, far more depth by spending that half an hour to an hour sanding your board before you begin, preferably outside so your wife or your husband doesn't shout at you for all the dust that you cause, because it does kick up some dust. Okay, so that's just a very brief lesson on wood preparation today, which is a very important process of pyrography. So I'm going to go away now and sand this wood, and I found the next project that we're going to do, and I will start doing the tutorial videos on it very soon. Okay, so take care guys, thank you for watching, happy sanding, and I look forward to doing the next project with you all. Okay, this is Neil from Flames Pyro Art signing off for now. Take care everybody, stay safe, and happy wood burning, and enjoy yourselves. Okay, take care, see you soon, bye.